Almost 17 years ago, before Cassidy and her two brothers, Liam and Jake, were born, Mr. and Mrs. Wilkins bought this house out in the suburbs of Holton, Kansas, and moved away from the hustle and bustle of the city for a simple life. Cassidy, Liam, and Jake grew up in a spacious home in a peaceful environment, but although they had their freedom, they still had many restrictions. From where they could go and where they couldn't, and on top of that, strict curfews. And there was a very good reason for that. Cassidy, catch! Cassidy, go get the ball. No way, the creep is there. Living in this small community, Cassidy, Liam, and Jake only had a handful of neighborhood friends. And now and then, their relatives came to visit them, but they all lived quite far. The Wilkins lived a peaceful, good life, or so. It was until Cassidy started high school. At the peak of her youth, going to a not-so-great school in a not-so-great neighborhood, Cassidy soon found herself hanging out with bad company. And with bad company came bad decisions. I heard Eric got his hands on some herb. We gotta try it out. But how? I gotta be back home by 4. We're bunking school and meeting up at the park. Are you coming? Come on, you have to go. All right. It was as if a new door opened for Cassidy, where she could do anything and everything she wanted. And it was soon in all this she met Tony. It's Tony. Hi. You want to take a walk away from here? Sure. Tony was a few years older than Cassidy, but falling for his bad boy charm and good looks, she gave in and they started dating. But of course, no one could know, because if Cassidy's dad happened to find out, she was dead. Who are you texting? No one. Why do you have to be so nosy? It's Tony. Who's Tony, huh? Shut up, you twerps. Hey, look. It's Mr. Creep again. Why does he always have to show up when I'm out? You can't have 2 minutes of privacy in this place. Maybe it's 'cause he likes you. Cassidy and Mr. Creep sitting in a tree. What's wrong, Cassidy? It's just the guy that lives next door. It's like he's always watching me. This one time I thought I saw him outside my window. What? On our property? Mom, I'm serious. He's a super creep. Make sure you lock your windows and draw your curtains before you sleep, alright? Cassidy went to her room and peeked out the curtains. She couldn't see anyone next door, but who knew he might have just been hiding out and watching her. When she was younger, Cassidy never paid him much heed. But the older she got, it seemed the man just wouldn't leave her alone. Whenever Cassidy was out in her backyard, he would be watching her. And even late at night, sometimes Cassidy would see him roaming outside. Why did the neighborhood creep have to be my neighbor? Cassidy laid down on her bed as she got another text from Tony. "How long are you going to keep me waiting?" "Don't ask. I have no privacy here. I'll pick you up. We can hang at my place." "Yeah, right. I'll get caught." "Then let me come to your place. I thought you said you were ready. Let's do it." "I am, but if Dad finds out, he's gonna take your life and then he's gonna take my life." "Don't worry. He won't find out." "I don't know." Cassidy and Tony had been dating for a couple months now, and it had been for some time. Tony had been bugging her to take things to the next level. And the truth was, Cassidy wanted the same, but thinking about all the consequences, she always backed out. But around 12 that night, he suddenly got a text from Tony. "I'm here." "What? What do you mean you're here?" "Let me in. You don't know how much I've been missing you." "You are crazy." "All right, go behind the house. I'll open the back door." Cassidy's heart raced as she tiptoed to the kitchen. Slowly opening the back door, she spotted Tony jump over their fence. "You have some guts." "Anything for you, baby." "All right, let's go." But just as Cassidy was to bring Tony in, they both heard the sound of a rifle load behind them. Tony turned, shocked to see he was at gunpoint. "Who are you? I can shoot you right now for trespassing." "No, I didn't trespass. Ask her." As the man looked at Cassidy, she was too afraid to say anything. If things got out of hand here, and her dad woke up, she was done for. But fortunately, the man sternly looked at Tony and groaned, "Run, and if I see you here again, it won't be good for you." Without a word, Tony made a run for it, stumbling over the fence. But before Cassidy could catch a breath of relief, the lights in her parents' room flickered on. Shoot. In seconds, her dad rushed out, followed by her mom, and soon her brothers too. "Cassidy, what are you doing here? What was that noise?" On the spot, Cassidy blabbered out, It was that man." "Who?" She turned around, but to her shock, he wasn't there anymore. The man next door. I told Mom. He keeps trespassing onto our backyard. I saw him again." "What? Grace, what is going on?" "Yeah, she told me before, but I didn't take it seriously. The man next door keeps roaming around the property." "What? What do you mean the man next door? No one lives next door. It's abandoned." Mr. Wilkins stared at his wife as the realization suddenly hit him. Had someone been hiding out on the property? "Move." He rushed into the house and grabbed his rifle before he stormed next door and barged inside. The house was silent. Everything was covered in dust and cobwebs. It was empty, just as he thought. There's no one here. Whoa, this place is cool. Boys, go back to the house. Mr. Wilkins took down a small picture from the shelf and showed Cassidy. Was this the man? Yeah, it was him. It can't be. Yeah, Dad. That's Mr. Creep. We saw him too. What? "17 years ago, when Jacob Wilkins moved to Holton, he knew the town didn't have the best of reputation. But at the time, he didn't have the kind of money to afford a house in the city, and finding a decent home here for only $60K, he kept hope of a better future when this town might develop, and moved here. It was after he started living here, he found out about the abandoned property next door. It belonged to a man named Roger Lewis, who had a rather chilling story. Roger Lewis used to live here with his wife, Wilma, and his daughter, Lauren. They were a happy family. But ever since Wilma passed away in sickness, Roger was no longer the same man. He raised Lauren very strictly, always keeping an eye on where she went and who she went with. But of course, there was only so much a parent could do. And eventually, when Lauren started high school and got the chance to live her life outside of her father's safe bubble, she got involved with the wrong people and got spoiled. And one night, Roger discovered what he feared most. When he saw his daughter secretly sneaking out to meet some guy, he immediately went after her. Lauren? Dad, The hell are you doing on my property? Calm down, I was just passing by. Get out. Take it easy, man. I wasn't here for trouble. You're right. It's not your fault. It's my daughter's fault. You called him here, didn't you? Leave before I change my mind. What were you thinking? He's a punk. He's just using you. No, Dad, it's not like that. I don't want to hear another word. You're not staying here anymore. I'm calling your aunt. You can stay with her from now on. Dad, please. Although Roger harshly made the final decision, he didn't actually intend to act upon it, hoping he'd simply just scare some sense into Lauren. But the opposite happened. Lauren, at that age, being so naive and desperate, on the next opportunity, when Roger left for work, she decided she would run away and be with Brad before her dad sent her away. Where's Brad? Saw him behind the building. But it was when Lauren walked in on Brad, when he was least expecting it, she realized how foolish she had been. She found Brad flirting with some other girl, drinking, half out of his mind on substances. Who is she, baby? Lauren, you're here? Dad was right. I should have listened to him. No, baby, you're misunderstanding. When Brad tried to gaslight her as he always did, Lauren pushed him away. Get away from me, you pig. You lied to me. You put on some act like you're an angel, but you know what? The truth is you're nothing but a thug, a lowlife. Not here, man. We have packages on us. We can't have the police here. Day, Lauren broke off her relationship with Brad, and from then on, she stayed at home and kept to herself. But that wasn't to say she stopped thinking about him. She was hurt. And it was a few nights later, she suddenly woke up to something hit her window. She looked out, shocked and frightened to see Brad. But she was also a little happy. Brad, what are you doing here? Leave before my dad wakes up. And what if I don't? You were quite bold that day. What were you saying? I'm a pig? A thug? A lowlife? Lauren suddenly froze, seeing the look on Brad's face. Brad, stop. You're scaring me. Why? How about I show you tonight what I really am? Lauren was frightened to her core. She didn't know what to do. To her relief, however, her father had woken up just in time. You have some guts coming here again. But this time, Brad pulled out his knife and held it at Lauren's throat. Roger, right? If you want her in one piece, put that down. Without much choice, Roger had to comply. Sit down, Roger. What do you want? What do I want? What does any man want? I have to say, I don't know how you do it. Living a single life. I can't stay without my women. Hearing Brad, Roger was furious. But the minute he showed the least bit of aggression, the guys surrounded him. And Brad gripped onto Lauren. If your daughter is this hot, who knows how hot your wife was? Let her go. Really? And what are you going to do, old man? How about you sit back and watch what I do? The minute Brad laid his hands on Lauren, Roger couldn't take it anymore. Despite all odds against him, he attacked Brad right then and there. As the others pounced on him. And although Roger was fatally wounded, he didn't spare them. That night, Roger took Brad's life, while his friends fled. But unfortunately, before Lauren could call for help, Roger succumbed to his wounds and passed away. Mr. Wilkins put down the picture back on the shelf and looked at his daughter and wife. After that, his daughter left to live with her aunt, and this house has been abandoned. Even now, they say Mr. Lewis's restless spirit still haunts this place, protecting daughters. Click on the subscribe button and check out more awesome videos on our channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon because you know it's interesting.